so.
Yeah.
Internet boot on the stop button.
There. Yes. Alright. Alright, y'all. What up, man? Welcome to my YouTube page. I know y'all really see me singing and stuff like that. But right now, I got two of my good friends here. My other friend, he's doing camp some shit, trying to get his life together. God bless. Rest in peace, Judah. But anyways, I got my boy Yoshi over here. Got my boy Serrano in the cut. We'll give this man some room. It smells like shit, so. Nah. Alright, but for real, y'all, we want to talk about today. It's called confidence. We got some confident men right here.
To be more correct, the King's confidence.
King's confidence, man. So I'm going to let my boy Yoshi talk about King's confidence. And I'm going to talk about confidence, and then we're going to talk about Serrano. I'm going to give you some intros of how you ought to get confidence. So I'm just let my man Yoshi start off real quick. And let him talk his shit. So y'all listen up to Yoshi, bro.
Alright, Lil. So look. Confidence is something that you don't just approach somebody like, hey, yo, what's going on, bro? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? That ain't confidence. You know what I'm saying? Confidence is like when you see your boys, when you see them out on the street, you go, hey, man, what's good with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? You make contact, stuff like that. But that's go a little too far. But look, when it comes down to confidence, people tend to like that. You know what I'm saying? They for real like that. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah.
Like, people like it
sure.
because they feel that we're in a society where they have to kind of submit themselves to somebody better than them. You know what I'm saying? We're told to submit ourselves to our bosses, our teachers, you know what I'm saying, peers who make more than us and all that kind of stuff. They're not used to approaching people outrightly as if they are the boss or that they are the teacher or that they are the guru, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just coming to a fact that's saying, look, this is who I am and this is what I want to present myself to you as, you know what I'm saying? So people, instead of having a king's confidence, they may have a prince's confidence, you know what I'm saying? Or they may have a worker's confidence, you know what I'm saying? But instead of having that kingly gate, that kingly aspect of their lives, they don't understand the fact that it can be easier to accomplish what you want to accomplish and to basically just accomplish what you want to accomplish and do what you want to do, get what you want out of life with just having a confidence as if you already run the establishment, as if you already have that girl, as if you already own everything, as if you don't know how to play. You might not ever play pool a day in your life, but you walk up like, bro, I've been doing this forever. I know how to play pool. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that kind of confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's the king's confidence.
Been there before. Pretty
exactly.
Much. Yeah. Serrano, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I'm at starting off with confidence is how you present yourself. So confidence isn't always just you going out there and doing it, but you look at how you know what you're doing. So that could be dressing correctly.
That small dick confidence, man.
That small dick confidence. Yes. Yeah, go out there and put a big game on. It's not the size of the boat in the ocean. It's the commotion the boat makes. Am I right? Am I right? So as I said, it's dressing confident. It's showing proper body language. It's talking clear, cut, and precise with your words. It's not just going out there and beating around the bush. It's getting to the point. That's what confidence is. It's performing.
Yeah, man. Confidence is a lot. So one thing I want to say about confidence: if you have confidence, you understand that nobody else matters. All right, nobody else cares. If you have confidence, bro, you have to understand that what you stand on is what you stand on. If you want to go out, think of people like Uzi, who wears around fucking earrings, and Young Thug, who wears skirts. These guys don't give a fuck, bro. They go out there and they wear what they want to do. And who cares? Like, you guys are worried about people's opinions. But you guys don't understand, like I said in my podcast a couple days ago, what y'all have to understand is that people's opinions change once you get big. So once you make it somewhere, the same people who are talking shit about you and shitting on you are going to want to hang out with you, are going to want to follow you, are going to want to suck your dick, are going to want to be your friend, are going to want to enjoy time with you. So you have to remember that regardless of if you fuck with them now and just be cool because they say be cool, or if you fuck with them and if you keep doing what you're doing and don't fuck with them, they're going to keep fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you want to do, man, you really have to look at it like that, because you can't look at how people, you can't base your confidence off of people, because people's minds change. Especially if they don't want to see you win, they're going to put you down regardless. So even if you are on their level, they're going to talk shit on you. Even if you're not on their level, they're still going to hate you at the top. So you really got to understand that. And confidence, man, listen, man, confidence is coming out there with a swagger, man. Like you own shit. You got to speak up. Like, you really got to talk about, like, when you don't know something, man, you got to ask what it is. Like, I know a good example. Like, teachers always say to people, if you're in class and you don't know something, man, don't just sit there and talk shit and, like, just don't care about it. Or if you're in a boarding room, or you're like on a basketball court, you don't know how to dribble, or you don't know rules, or if you're somewhere like camping and you don't know how to make a light or something, be like, yo, how do you do this? Like, you gotta speak up. Like, tell people, like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand this. I need somebody to help me. Don't sit there, look bad. Like, make it better. And don't be afraid to challenge the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a race or something, or you're doing something with your friends, don't be afraid to come at the person who knows the best and try to challenge them. Give somebody a run for their money. That's confidence. People don't respect that shit. So you really gotta always go at the best. Always look to the best, and always look to challenge the best. Because if you look to challenge the best, you can eventually be the best. And that intimidates people. And that's where the people whose opinions they shit on you are gonna respect you. Even though the person is better than you at what you think they're doing, if you keep challenging him and challenging him, you're gonna get here, you're gonna get here, and eventually you're gonna get at his level, and that's when he's gonna talk shit about you. You're gonna surpass him, and that dude's gonna be asking you for advice. So you really gotta be confident from like day 1 to day 100, and you can't let people shoot that down, man. Another thing about being confident I want to talk about is, just be you. I'm sorry, y'all, but fuck your parents, dog. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Fuck outside opinion, period.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people are so persuaded. And
don't fuck your... Wow. I just realized what I just said. Don't fuck your parents. Don't fuck your parents.
Go against the grain, though.
No, not like...
You don't have to morph into society.
When I say fuck your parents, yo, it's like, listen to this, dog. If you want to be something, and if you don't want to be in college, right, and your parents say, get that degree, and your parents say, hey, Mom, I want to be a movie director. Fuck that. You're not going to make any money doing that. Okay, Mom. Okay, you're going to go get your degree, right? And your parents keep saying, don't do that. And you're still afraid after you went to college and did what they want to do, or after your parents told you not to do something, and you know it's a good idea, you know it's not hurting anybody, and you know you really want to do that, and they still say, they suck their teeth, and they just dismiss your situation. You got to do that shit, man, regardless of what your parents think, because like I say, they always come around, man. You always got to do what you feel right in your heart, or else your parents are never going to look like they're going to... I mean, they might love you in the end, but are you happy? You're gonna hate yourself in the end, man. If you don't stand up for what you want to do as a person, because if you stand up for what you want to do as a person to your parents, that's the ultimate respect. Your parents are gonna look at you differently. I promise you. If you just stick to your plan, like if you say you want to be a movie director now, and you still want to be a movie director, and you go out to be, I'm just using a movie director. I don't want to be a movie director. I don't know how to use fucking film, y'all. I'm talking, all right. I'm just giving an example, goddamn. I'm just saying movie director because that's the first thing that popped up in my head. But if you want to be a movie director and your parents keep shitting that shit down, after you're gonna have to tell your parents not, disrespectfully, but respectfully be like, hey, Mom, I want to do this, and I know you and Dad don't feel that way, but listen, man, it's what I want to do with my dream. Y'all can talk shit about me to your friends and stuff like that, and, not look at me the same as, especially if you have other siblings who are doing better than you and stuff like that. You're gonna have to just go out there and do that, man, regardless of the backlash. You're just gonna have to fail. Especially if you're young. That's why I tell people, try shit when you're young. Because if you fail when you're young, you're going to succeed so much more because you'll know where you stand at. Like, people are afraid to do it because of opinions and stuff like that. So what I'm pretty much trying to say for my thing is, don't care about opinions, man. Opinions really kill people's, metric system of trying to succeed. And that's bullshit because people ain't shit. Make it something like
it. And with that being stated, you have to learn not to succumb to other people's expectations. That's because everyone else around you, society, your parents, your peers, are going to have expectations of what they want you to be and what they want you to become. Yeah. What you have to do is you have to say, you know what? I don't give a fuck about your expectations. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to become. And I'm going to go about it this way and in this manner. And that right there shows a PQ. This is a little small, tiny bit of confidence of saying that, look, I got this. Don't worry about it. Because a lot of people, when they start having expectations of you, or they start trying to make suggestions of what they expect of you, it's because they don't believe that you have the confidence or that you're independent enough to make those expectations or to make those adjustments in your life by yourself. You see what I'm saying? So they say, hey, man, why don't you go to college? Why don't you get a job? Why don't you do this? They're asking you because they don't think that you have the ability to go out there and do it yourself on your own time and on your own understanding.
And adding on to that is when you do have a mindset of what you want to do, it's not so much just saying, oh, I'm going to go out and do this, but have a plan, have some foundation, and build up with it. So, you go to your parents and say, oh, I want to do this, and they keep shooting it down. Come to your parents with a plan. Say, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. Really, this is where I'm going to go with it. And
always have a plan.
And that's how they'll respect your choice. I mean, if you want to go and do something different with your life, if you're gonna be happy doing what you want to do, then life's too short and too. I don't know the word. Life's too short to just be under someone else's wing the whole time.
Yeah,
sometimes you gotta leave the nest.
I mean,
you're gonna fall sometimes, but
you have to leave the nest. You have to, I like what he said. Have a plan. If you have a plan to do what you want to do, if you have to show them signs of maturity, you have to show them that I can take out the trash on time. I can bring the car back around this time, and that'll be like, okay, maybe he's really confident. And now, even though those don't have nothing to do with what I said, let's go back to my former idea. I said about being a movie director. Like, even if you take out the trash on time, bring the car back on time, and all that shit, they'd be like, okay, he has a little, you got some responsibility, man. Like, you could really take care of it. Like, you might really, they might be like believing you a little bit more. So if you show them little increments of responsibility and stuff like that, then you could catapult their idea of you just being a college student that they want you to be this since you were a kid to, okay, maybe the director's not that bad because he's got a little responsibility. Or maybe we'll let him, be an actor, or maybe we'll let him be a photographer for the rest of his life because the way he takes it serious about the responsibilities in the house is going to translate into his life in the future. So you gotta think about that shit.
The small things do matter. So how you treat the small things with your parents, with your coworkers, with your boss, wherever you are, school environment, work environment, home. How you treat the small things is how they're gonna build an opinion on you on how they're gonna react to when you start doing the big things, making big decisions, choices, making big money one day.
Cash App, Venmo. Push that.
Try to ball one day.
So with that, it's like,
yeah,
I believe also that it goes beyond the fact that having the plan and putting it into implementation.
No
Most people, they can do all the planning in the world. They can begin, okay, this is what I want to do. That's how I want to do it. But when it comes down to the actual specific details of putting that plan in motion, they just don't know how to go about it. So one thing I would say is that a good thing about confidence is utilizing resources. If you have no resources, fuck it, network. What are you talking about? Facebook, Instagram, walking the street, seeing people, going out and partying, whatever. You can network. You know what I'm saying?
You got Facebook, Snapchat, niggas. Y'all better use it before it goes away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what your mom
Why did you get a post on it? Give me a little post.
Y'all need to better use it in that Snapchat now, in that Facebook, in that Instagram, in that
Instagram, and that Twitter.
What about my MySpace, bro?
Yeah, use MySpace.
Bro, MySpace is so dead right now.
It is, dog, right? Let's talk about MySpace. Where's MySpace been at in these couple of years?
I think it got supplanted about Facebook. To be honest, like Facebook's supplanted it. It's like Facebook's a more popular genre anyway. You know what I'm saying? More popular venue anyway. Yeah. But MySpace, bro, I mean, when MySpace first came out, I was like, I think like 17, 18. That's like 10 years ago, bro. I was young, you know what I'm saying? And I first had a little MySpace page. Hey, speaking about confidence, man, when I was a jit, I wanted to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, flows was cold, you know what I'm saying? I went by the name Big Bankhead, you know what I'm saying? I spent a couple years in Atlanta, thought I was from Atlanta and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, so I was trying to do the little southern music and stuff like that. And had 7 albums written, ready to go. I had.
This nigga had 7 albums. That's a plan, guys. While
I was in Juvie Hall, I already had connects with
Juvie?
Yeah, I was in Juvie.
Hey, bro, you might as well just tell that.
He was in there comedy.
No stories here. No.
Next.
Hey, just know the hands is raw.
Insecurity podcast coming up next, guys.
Insecurity podcast.
Yeah, we're confident now. You gonna be insecure?
Oh yeah, we're not. Oh,
it's the other way around.
Hey,
we're gonna release this one after.
Insecurities are bringing out the confidence. Like if you let out your insecurities, bro.
Hey, we're gonna release insecurities first. So by the time you see this, insecurities already be out.
Yeah, we're gonna insecurities.
Already be out.
Yeah.
So I already had a deal going with Grand Hustle and all that, you know what I'm saying? Was talking to Tiff and was talking to the guys over down at Grand Hustle. I was going to go down there, make music, do my thing, you know what I'm saying? And I was just going to be the next T.I., you know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to do. But when I got out, I didn't implement that into direction. You know why I didn't implement that? Because I spent too much time dealing with the streets, dealing with hoes, dealing with bitches, dealing with all these other expectations that everybody else wanted me to be when I got out. Oh, you play ball, you got to be a ball star. You can't be a rapper. And I was damn good at basketball too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you do this, you do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put your goals in mind. You know. So I had no time to get in the studio, get in the booth. I had no time to none of that, and everything just kind of just millied out. And look around. I ain't no ball player now. Shit, I could be in the NBA, but I'm not. Why? Because other things, other people's expectations of me allow me to say, you know what, I'm going to succumb to everybody else's expectations and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to just say fuck it and not do it at all. You know what I mean? And so as an example, I could say that when you don't approach something confidently, you don't do something with the proper resources, the proper means, the proper passion about something, you're going to fail regardless. You know what I'm saying? And the best way to not to fail is basically tell yourself you're not going to fail and actually get out there and do it and just forget everybody's expectations, everybody's opinions, and master the art of not giving a fuck. I mean, that's basically what I got to say. You know, master the art of not giving a fuck. I want to do this. This is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying?
It's a real story. I just got real. That's real shit, man. Like, I can't. That's real. I don't even know what to say to that, but that's real, man. This man wanted to be a rapper, and he just gave y'all an explanation, like, because of people's expectations of him and opinions. Like I said before, the nigga said, I'm gonna just do what everybody else doing, because I ain't gonna stand out. I ain't gonna do something. I ain't gonna do what else somebody else says I'm supposed to be doing. He says, I'm gonna go out there, I'm just gonna be like the crowd. And when you be like the crowd, you become the crowd. And please tell me what's so fun about being with everybody else.
Well,
what's so fun about being at the bottom?
Oh, can I say being with people or being at the bottom?
Yeah, what's so fun about
I don't mind being at the top and then going back to the bottom and
say
say hello. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. ain't nothing wrong with coming up and going down, but I'm saying, like, can y'all please tell me what is so much fun about being a part of the crowd? I know the cool thing now is to stand out and shit like that, but can somebody tell me what the joy is and just be like everybody else? Because I don't see the fun in that. Like, if my friend wants to be a ballerina, I don't give a fuck, bro. Please go do that. Like, because we will support you regardless. So just don't feel other people's expectations have to be your expectation. Because, like, this man, who said he couldn't have been the next Kendrick? Who said he couldn't have been the next Jay-Z?
Yeah. Bars is cold.
He could be sitting on the mansion right now. In the mansion right now, getting his dick sucked, maybe. You know? I'm sorry, I'm still there because I'm nasty. I already know this. He could have been doing something really spectacular right now, man. But people's opinions, man. People's opinions who don't give a fuck about you, really. And don't want to see you get bigger than them. That's really what it is. People don't want to see people get bigger than them, push down people's dreams because they don't want to see how well. They don't want to see how big you can become. Because if they see you get bigger than them, they're going to have to succumb to you, and they don't want to succumb to you because they know you. If somebody has known you for so long, there comes a point where they feel comfortable around being bigger than you, especially, like, say on the football field, you might have a quarterback, and you might be a second-string quarterback, and your friend might never, ever, ever look at you as somebody equal to the level, but they'll talk to you like you're equal on your level. They'll hang out with you like you're equal, but when you actually become as good as them in that sport, or you actually become as great as them in that sport, or as whatever you're doing, like, bro, like, it's going to be different. And they're not going to look at you. They're not going to look at you as much. They're not going to look at you as a friend. They're going to look at you as a competitor. And they're going to be like, yo, what go wrong? We used to be best friends. And then it's like, you're above them. You're in the NFL now, and your boy's still in college or in the CFL or doing something else, like, not in the top of a marketing chain or something like that. And you're looking at him like, bro, what the fuck, bro? I thought we still boys. Nah, bitch, fuck you. Fuck me? Bro, I'm doing great. I know, man, but fuck you. I don't understand the hate, brother. What is it? You gotta start fighting. Like, why am I fighting this man?
Never forget where you came from.
For real. You gotta understand, man. Always be happy for people, man, because you never know when you're next. That's what I'm really trying to get out to people, man, because you never know when you're next, bro. You always gotta be happy for somebody. And always look at people like they're on your level, because
treat them as equals.
Yeah, don't look down on somebody. That's so fucked up, bro. Alright. You got anything else?
That's a cut right there.
Alright, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
What was this?
I don't know. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck. Y'all saw Black Panther or something? Alright, y'all. Be safe, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, dog. It's a